I'm on the Kress stand with an old friend of mine, Jim Kirkwood, who I met, I think, first of all, was it 2 years ago when the place was going because of the 8-minute battery launch.
Absolutely.
It was quite something back then. And 2 years on, all I can say, Jim, is everywhere we go, we see the Kress name, whether it's on lanyards, whether it's on bags, whether you've come in and put your money where your mouth is. And since that 8-minute time, and things have moved on, haven't they?
I think as a brand, it's really important that for us to get our name out there, to be a challenger brand or a disruptor, whatever way you want to term it, we have to spend some money on that. So I guess for people to get used to our name, whether it's in kind of sports turf, whether it's in golf, whether it's in commercial applications, then yeah, it's important.
Well, that big splash with that battery, the famous battery, we've moved on from there, as I said, and now we've got the robot mowers, we've got all the equipment that has been used, being powered by that very battery.
Absolutely. So for us to be able to kind of give the equipment that a landscaper might need, or whether it's in this environment for sports turf, whether it's a football club or it's a cricket club, golf club, it's important that we give them the equipment that they need.
Yeah, because that's what it is, isn't it? You've got the technology and making man learn how to use that technology. And we were talking just before we came on air here about the fact what football clubs are doing and how the influence of VAR, how that's impacted how you go about doing your job.
I guess in terms of sports turf and how they prepare pitches, VAR now, a topic that we're all kind of passionate about. We now realise they need to hand over the stadium 2 to 3 hours before a kickoff for them to line up the cameras with the turf. So it's now important those lines that they have on a pitch have to be accurate, because that's what we judge the offsides on and everything else.
Well, it was those days when John Ledgwidge was doing fancy patterns at Leicester City. Those are all gone now. But with VAR here, I suppose that's always the way it's going to have to be.
From that point of view, it probably is a little bit of a shame when you talk about Leicester City, because that was amazing. The circles that he did on the pitch looked absolutely amazing. The amount of time taken to lay that out is also amazing. We can probably replicate that with what we're doing now. So we could probably put designs back into a pitch if that's what was required. I guess the challenge for us and all the other manufacturers of robotic mowers now is how do we make those stripes? How do we do things like block cutting? So whether it's us or our competitors, it's a focus at the moment.
So where are we now, 2 years on from when we first spoke? As I say, the splash that Kress have made within those 24 months is remarkable. But what have you done in those 24 months outside of marketing, but what the boffins have come up with?
I think in terms of the battery tech, how to make it fit to their application. So whether you're a landscaper, how to make sure that battery tech now can work for what they need, how to keep them going for a whole day, whether it's with larger batteries, whether it's kind of with the batteries being able to use that 8-minute charge, or whether to break it down into a smaller system. So we've also got a capability now with what we call a Cybertank Lite, which means a smaller crew can go out with smaller batteries but still recharge all their portable small batteries from that. In terms of robotic mowers, then that's that whole piece around how to make sure we're cutting certain areas in the limited amount of time. So a golf course might give you 12 hours. It might be 14 hours now for us to cut. During the summer months, they've got more daylight hours that they normally tend to use. During the winter, we can actually take advantage that there's more dark hours where we can actually make sure we're cutting the grass. And in football clubs and everything else, it's around their schedule. How to fit around the schedule, how to make sure a robotic mower is cutting when they're not playing, and how to keep that flexible.
Do you think we'll get to the stage fairly soon that a robot mower will be able to cut a green to a high standard?
I think fast approaching. I guess it's always a challenge. You're down at 2, 3, 4, 6 mil, whatever someone's cutting at. The challenge is the finish. Cylinder is the environment at the moment. Should it be cylinder? Should it remain cylinder? A lot of challenges for us, but yeah, definitely. In terms of things like dew, so we might look at things like reducing dew on greens at this time of year, because that's a real issue, and things like worm casts, and there's lots of other environments that might crop into where we might be doing stuff.
Yeah, you've got to get away from the fact that it's purely cutting. You do a little bit of aeration, a little bit of spraying. You can do all that with a robot.
Yeah, no, there's lots of potential for us in the future.
Now, coming back to that famous 8 minutes, are we getting closer to 7.5 minutes, 7 minutes, 6.5 minutes?
No, we don't need any quicker than the 8. Nobody can run the battery down quicker than they can charge it up, and that's that challenge. As long as we can that, so you use a battery and you charge a battery, and that's all you need to do.
8 minutes was Everest.
8 minutes was it, and that's it. Yeah, we no need. Everyone else is still at an hour and a half when it comes to an equivalent size battery to our backpack.
Wonderful. Well, it's been lovely talking to you again. I enjoy popping onto the stand and having a chat, because it's always very interesting.
Sure.
And hopefully we'll see you again, maybe see you in Harrogate. Will you?
Absolutely. Oh, no, you see me at BTME.
We'll see you there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much again.
Scott, thank you very much.